So again, guys, the reason why you would need to bulk, right, after dropping so much weight, because your metabolism, you can't be cutting or losing weight forever. You gotta reverse your diet. You gotta bring more calories into your daily nutrition. Because I get it, a lot of guys, right? You put in work to lose the weight. Oh, excuse me, my breakfast is ready. So yeah, that's my breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Oof, oven fucking hot. That's another YouTube video coming, guys. This video is coming. Don't worry. Anyways, so losing the weight, right? Because again, you can't be losing weight. You can't be in a calorie deficit forever, right? So what I mean by that is your body, your metabolism gonna start to slow down eventually. So what you gotta do is you gotta back out of that. Don't be afraid to put some weight back on. So for example, using myself for example, right? And a few of my clients have been through this process as well. All of us have to do it. You can't be afraid to reverse the process and put on some good, healthy, solid, dense weight. Excuse me, that's my dishwasher going. Hey, life of a fitness coach. All we do is work out, meal prep, and fucking, mind our fucking business. At least I do. But anyways, so when I went from 330, chopped down to 200 pounds, right? I was trying to get in those 100s, but the weight was stalling. I couldn't get past like 101, between 101 and 200 flat. And that went on. I maintained that weight. I was still cutting, still trying to pull calories, and the weight would not drop. So I had to bulk. And this is why when guys ask me, how long does it take to see results? How long does it take? I rarely answer that question because everybody's journey is different. So when I had chopped down to 200, I realized I needed a little bit more muscle on me. So I reversed the process. I bulked up to like 230, between 225, 230. Let's say 230, right? I had to maintain 230 for about 6 months. About 6 months, I had to stay at 230, right? So that way, I had to bring in more calories into my diet, get used to and get happy with eating faster glycemic carbs. Like that's when all the white rice came in, all the white bread came into my diet, all the white potatoes came into my diet. That's when all the grits came into my diet, all the fun shit, right? I was eating red meat every single day, once a day, putting on good, solid, dense, quality muscle. And my metabolism, it got to a point where it's a very fine science to this. And this is why I chuckle when motherfuckers that's career-focused fathers got, they own occupation. They're a realtor, they're a HR supervisor or manager. They own their own company, they in real estate, whatever they do, right? But they think they're going to figure these things out on their own. But you're not from the YouTube University, all this shit. So I went from 330 to 200, bulked back up to about 230. And I realized that 230 was the heaviest that I can go without quote unquote spilling over. So I had to stay at 230 because if I got to like 232, 235, I would look soft and squishy. I wouldn't have that vascular look that y'all know and love from me. So 230 was my cap. So I had to maintain 230, 232 for a while, by at least 6 months. Then when it came time to cut, right? Because then you'll realize when you at a spot where you're bulking, you'll put on body fat very easily. But let me say it like this. Those of us men that have the genetics like me, where we can get big fast, we also have the ability to put on muscle very quickly versus other body types. So it's a blessing and it's a curse sometimes. So then the cutting process started about 6 months later. That's when I chopped down to it took me about 5 to 6 more months, cutting down very, very slowly, chopping down from 230 all the way down to 1. That's when I first got in the ones. Got to like 198. Then I had to reset my diet again, take about 3 months to maintain around 198, 199. Then I cut all the way down and pushed. It took me about a 6-week, very aggressive diet to cut from like 190 all the way down to 188. And 188 that's an extreme for me. Like when you see me in the 180s, when you see me in the ones, period, that's an extreme for me. Like I'm defying nature when I get in the ones. It can be done, but it's very, very taxing. Like my genetics don't want to be in the ones. So I gotta get super lean, get disgustingly peeled, ripped for the photos, and I gotta back out of that. And again, that's my time to reverse the diet, bulk up, put on some solid weight that my body is happy maintaining, and then, wherever you happy at, right? That's the whole point of the story. Finding out where you're happy at and then staying there. So for me, right, backing out of that, I realized after I went to 188, now I've built a whole new metabolism now. So I can still walk around solid, healthy. My pant sizes are staying the same between the 34 and, unfortunately, because of my fucking legs, my hamstrings, glutes, and quads. Unfortunately, my waist is a 36, but for my legs, I gotta buy a 38, and I gotta put the 36 belt on to keep the motherfuckers up because the waist will be baggy, right? So keeping my pant sizes between a 34 and a 38, I can bounce between 230 and 250 all year long and still have a very healthy and happy lifestyle, right? So what do I mean by that? After you done lost the weight, you done bulked up, now you want to find maintenance. And I didn't mean to turn this into a huge long video, but God damn it, we here, right? So taking that maintenance, now it's like, okay, finding the weight that you're happiest at and the healthiest at and you look your best at. You wearing good clothes sizes. You can go in the store and buy clothes off the rack. You don't got to shop at motherfucking DXL no more, right? And again, all career-focused fathers need this flexibility. You need to be able to go buy slacks or, button-down dress shirts, right? If you need to go buy something out of Polo or Calvin Klein, you need to be able to walk in that store and grab some shit off the rack. And that's it. You just buy it and you go home, right? So again, you got to go through these phases, guys, right? You can't just avoid that. And I get it. It's scary for a lot of guys that actually go the distance, lose the weight. You go from losing that 50 to 100 pounds, you get afraid that, if I'm going to put on weight, I'm gaining weight again. You're not gaining weight again. Bulking is basically looking at it like this. It's a recomposition of your body. Yes, you're putting back on weight on the scale, but the scale is not an end-all, be-all of how you look, right? So you want to put on more muscle through these building, and I call it either a building or a bulking phase, however you want to look at it, right? Because again, it's very necessary. So, right, when you put back on that weight, the goal is to build a metabolism so you can, and again, I try not to overwhelm y'all with all this sciencey shit, but this is why my content is so fucking ABC 1, 2, 3 simple. So you don't get overwhelmed and you just got to do the fucking work and don't worry about the technical shit, right? Because I do that for a living. So when you back out of that process, right, you put on the good size. You want to build a metabolism where now you can eat foods that you enjoy. You can maybe have a drink here and there and it don't affect you. You don't put on more body fat. You don't gain more weight. You don't get sloppy again because you've taken the time to put on muscle to burn calories like crazy. This is why I always preach, guys, lift heavy weights. Lift heavy weights, cut out the alcohol, cut out the dairy, cut out the sugar. Because when you do, you build a body that can sustain itself by having good quality, dense muscle on it. And you can live your fucking life and you ain't got to always worry about, damn, man, if I go eat this cheesecake with my wife and, am I going to gain 40 pounds from that one night? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to deal with shit like that, bro. You want to fucking enjoy your life. Like, when I enjoy myself, when I'm not on like a major prep or a major cut for a photo shoot or to go out in public, I'm chilling. Like my happy weight, walking around all year, anywhere between 250, 230, I'm cool with that. Like my son knows my dad fucking swole. I got the veins popping in my arms. And if I need to cut down to 200 again, if I need to cut down to 188 again, I have the skills to do that. I have the discipline to do that, right? And then also too, I'm not afraid to reverse the process and bulk again. And here's the thing, guys. This is why when guys ask me, how long does this shit take? It's forever. Bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting and maintenance. Maintain. Bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting. After you go through that first cut, it's going to be forever because you're going to go through all these phases. You're going to bulk, you're going to cut. You're going to bulk, you're going to cut. But guys, go through the first process. Lose that 50 to 100 pounds. And then maybe we can keep having more conversations like this because now once you go from being, because my target clients, my guys are anywhere between 260 pounds to 400 pounds. Once these guys lose the weight, maybe then we'll have more conversations like this. But for now, Let's focus on getting the initial weight off first, and maybe I'll make more content like this. So if you are a career focused father, I got a special gift I want to give to you. If you need help with the first phase, just losing the initial weight, maybe bulking not for you, you nowhere near that. You're already at a heavy weight. You may be 400 pounds, right? 260 to 400 pounds, definitely. If you need help with this, right, tap the link somewhere around this video. It might be in the description below. Tap the link, schedule a call with me and my team, right? We'll hop on the phone with you and we'll see where you are and put together a game plan if we can help you. And we'll put together that game plan custom for you, for your lifestyle, to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be if you're a good fit for our coaching program. Who is our program for? Career-focused fathers. I want to say that, and I stress that heavily. You have to have a real career. You don't work delivering fucking packages at Amazon. You're not a fucking security guard, right? You don't work at Chick-fil-A, right? You don't work at a warehouse. You have a real career that is taxing and very demanding of you, and you are pressed for time, right? Like some of my top clients, they do corporate sales. They have their own real estate company. They have their own insurance company. One of my new clients, he's a president of a healthcare company, right? Real estate broker. You ain't even a regular realtor, a real estate broker. You have a career that is highly demanding of you. You might even own your own business. You might be an entrepreneur, right? Busy, career-focused fathers who have kids, who have a wife, and they need to lose 50 to 100 pounds. That's who this program is for. So if that's you and you need help putting all this together and you need to go through that initial phase, losing that first 50 to 100 pounds, tap the link, schedule a free breakthrough strategy session with me and my team, and we'll hop on the phone, and if we can work together, we'll help you hit your goal. And if not, if we're not a good fit, at least you'll leave that call with a game plan, knowing how to get yourself from where you are to where you want to be, or you can take that plan to somebody else and they can help you do it too. So I hope this helps. Arlen Fit is gone. I'll holler at y'all in the next video.